Good morning, my happy hour back. Here's the plan. Number one, recover from a fairly nasty hangover. It's not my fault. I'm not going to name the guilty party. Mark, it's your fault. Great night, thank you. We will have today, according to the engineer, both bridges over the swimming pool will be poured with concrete. Beyond that, I didn't really have the strength to ask him what else would be going on, so I don't know. So it's a very limited plan. What could possibly go wrong? Given that this is the only plan I know of, we'll start here. So, rebar and forms for both bridges being apparently sort of finalised, ready for a pour this afternoon. Then, inside, we're getting more steps and we're getting more preparation for the bench seat that will go all the way around. Let's go and see if we can figure out a plan for the rest of the house. At the front of the house, we still have double Marvin, although they are slightly separated. Buddy! Yes, Noisy Marvin, as he's now known, is working on basically the balcony for the master bedroom. Quiet Marvin is continuing to work now on the dining room outside wall, the wall that he was working on the last 2 days. So, more plastering outside the house. Inside, the dirty kitchen. We have Richard and Lito working on the last wall with plaster, and I'm apparently still getting it horribly wrong, mortar and plaster. We'll come back to that in a while and try and figure it out. Whatever they're putting on the wall, this is the last one in this room. Inside the helper's room, Cromwell continuing to work on these walls. The wall on the left, very, very nearly finished. 3 to go. Inside there, that's the helper's bathroom. You can see Rico's leg. He's working on walls in there. The roof frame team have shifted. They are over here now on top of the carport and storage room. So that's their next project. See how long this takes. Now, I'm not staying here long because when this thing goes on, as it's just about to, I'm sure it's inside my head. It's just after 1:30 and we have a large number of guys from the regular crew join the swimming pool crew, and they're pouring concrete. So this bridge getting done first. The second bridge they're still putting in some conduit, which I can only assume is for lights. So not long before we have bridges complete, and there is more inside the sunken bench seating area going on. Well, I think all the concrete hollow block is in place. Now, just adding the plaster over the top. Not quite sure what they do about inside the steps, whether there's backfill first, and then they do something on top of that. We'll have to wait and see. This is the second bridge, the one at the, if you like, the back of the pool. You can't really tell, but they have managed to curve the bottom surface so that we get more like a ramp than steps. There's no steps on these bridges. So that's really what we were looking for. We have not had a bucket chain gang in operation for quite a long time. They literally throw the buckets to each other. Asking for trouble. Great to watch though. It's only about 3:50, but they stopped a little early today, around about 3:30. And the explanation from the engineer was because of their accomplishment. So basically, they hit their target today. That's a little unusual, but I'm completely okay with it. So in here, this is where a lot of the focus was. Getting more plastering done on what will be the bench seat and the steps. But of course, the big thing was something else. They finished the concrete pour for this bridge and the one over there. We have bridges. Can't quite walk on it yet, I don't think. It's still obviously setting. But by tomorrow, we'll be able to walk across a bridge. Inside the dirty kitchen, the wall with the big window is fully plastered. Inside the helper's room, the wall on the right side, fully plastered. The wall on the left side, a little bit done. And they've also made a start inside the bathroom for the helper's room. Another delivery, door frames. I have no idea where these are going because upstairs all the door frames are in and these don't look particularly tall. Downstairs all of the door frames should be for 2.4 metre doors except one, but here we have two and they do say left and right. I'm puzzled. We'll have to find out next week what this is all about. Here at the front of the house, they have continued to apply mortar through the process of plastering. Or, given that it's outdoors, it could be rendering. So I did look up the terms and 3 different online dictionaries basically gave me 3 different results. Is there a verb to mortar, which is what the material is? And the answer, depending on which dictionary you look at, they all agree mortaring is used for artillery shelling. But one of them says you can mortar a wall. And a third one, very oddly, referred to a mortar and pestle for culinary applications, but said you can mortar food. Now, I think that's the wrong way around, because surely it's the pestle that does the work. But that's what the dictionary said. Very strange. Regardless, we've got stuff on the walls out here. Well, we have to finish here, don't we? This is where the most visible impact can be seen. It is the end of the day. It's been a very good day in terms of clear and obvious changes. More work on the roof of the carport, more work inside and outside the house, applying mortar in a plastering or rendering process. And by the way, thank you to at least 3 of you who have tried to help me understand the phraseology here. But here, bridges, and in the not too distant future, the bench seat and the steps down to the sunken seating area. There will be, I believe, between the bottom of the bridge and where we've got that tiled wall at the moment, there will be a barrier. I think it will be concrete hollow block. So they will effectively fill it in, again, for safety purposes, so that nobody can slip somehow in between the two, the top and bottom of the bridge and the wall. Again, that's something we've asked for, and they're going to do that. This pool really is coming along now. We're not a million miles away from getting down to waterproofing on the floor, and then whatever remaining surfaces need to be done, and I think they're mostly now going to be pebble dash. We still haven't seen a site yet of any white cement that we can mix up a sample and see what that looks like. I imagine that will be coming within the next few days. but this pool is getting close. Anyway, that's it, end of the day. 100% a Build Delicious day, and therefore I think a Build Delicious week. See you next week.